Hello and welcome to the box room. David Bradley here. I've been going through a box from the basement, and there's all kinds of things that I found in here. I had found some buttons that were Commodore related, and now I found other things that are from different parts of life. For example, this. I think this train is still running. This is from the Ontario Northland Polar Bear Express James Bay excursion. And long ago we went on that. It was quite an adventure. Because there are some places in northern Ontario, or mid Ontario, and here and there and everywhere that are really only accessible by railway. Anyway, this is a bag of Crests. I have no idea what I'm pulling out of here. Oh, yes. This brings back memories. Oh, and there's two of them. Okay, in 1974, when I was like 9. 9? Yeah, I guess 9. Um, my brother and I started playing softball. And actually that year, although no thanks to us because we were brand new at it, we won the championships. I'm sure this was the first year. We were on a team called the Bushmasters. Every team had a name of some sort of snake. And this set up the thing. But anyway, we were on the same team. And of course, in so many organizations, they say, oh, twins, we have to split them up. So we were on the same team the first year, where typically speaking, we would be put out in the field and the team would hope that nobody hit the ball to us. As with many of the young players in the league, we were learning. Sometimes we'd be a catcher, and sometimes catchers always seem to get hurt. And they put in another catcher. It's like, next man up, who wants to get hurt? Anyway, over the next, I think it was 4 years, or maybe it was that year plus another 3, we both went on we were, of course, put on different teams. Richard was on the Boas, and I was on the Asps. Richard played first base, and I became a pitcher. And our destiny was set. Both teams, little by little, we got better and better over the years. And in the very last game that we played, which was the finals, probably in 1977, I would think. Maybe it was 78, but probably 77. Our teams ended up against each other, head to head. Now, that year, Richard had an operation on his Achilles tendons. So he, if I remember rightly at that point, he could hit, but he had to have a pinch runner for him. I was the pitcher. Anyway, I do remember. I'm going to put this down now. And I'll pick up another thing. Look, this is... This is another patch. A red one. It's funny. It doesn't have a year on it. I don't remember exactly. But, here's one from 1974. Maybe, actually, you know what? The funny thing is, I think we both got a certificate when we won. And of course, in the last year, when we played off in the great final playoff game against each other, I remember my team, we were down 7 to 6. And I went up to hit. There were 2 people on base. And the first 2 pitches came in, and they were awful, but I swung at them. And I just remember there was people around, and it was, a small kind of a field. It was actually on, like, concrete. It was played in the schoolyard of John Ross Robertson in Toronto. And it's just, like, I looked around after taking these horrible 2 swings, and there was, like, people screaming outside of the diamond, taunting and carrying on, and it's just kind of like I gathered myself and everything kind of went into slow motion. And the next ball I made contact with, and was it a towering blast? No. It was a rocket line drive that hit the ground before it even got to the pitcher, but I got all of it. And it went past the pitcher, went past the base, went past the outfielders, and out in the field, um, leaning towards left field, there was a couple of portables, as in classrooms, that I think were used by John Ross Robertson, but they were also like right up the hill from. I think they were used by John Ross Robertson. Might have been used by Glenview Senior Public School. I'm not sure, but anyway, this ball went roaring through everybody and went between the portables, and then there was a hill that led down to where the parking lot, no, the driveway and stuff for. Anyway, apparently they couldn't find the ball. Anyway, so needless to say, it was a home run. The score had been 7-6. It turned to 9-6. No, sorry. It turned to 9-7, and we never looked back, and we went on to win the game 17-6. And of course, the same league that had been, oh, we must split them up, and yeah, and they did. I do believe somewhere I'll probably find the certificate from the big win, this lifelong journey of slowly making it to the playoffs and making it, working up and getting up and doing whatever. I think they put his name on the thing, and then you could see that they had sort of scratched it out and written mine under it. Anyway, I'll keep looking. Anyway, that was baseball stuff. Oh, wait. There's another thing from the baseball. Oh, House League. PSAA. Toronto Board of Education. Probably that's the Public School Athletic Association. Well, oh, look. More from the Wiseman. This is run by the Y. And somewhere I still have the t-shirt. Oh, this is different. See, I collected all kinds of badges and things. Look, it's the Expos. Imagine. The Expos. What else is in here? Ooh. Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories, right on top of the world. I know where this came from. My dad brought it home because he was having to go up there because CNT, which was telecommunications, not the railway, although they went hand in hand. They had to run things up there for communications, and they did remarkable things where they had wires that were doing things that were over farther distances between poles and things, because it was crazy up there and had been done. Anyway, tuck. What else do we have here? Oh. Dawson City, home of the Klondike. I suspect this also came from that same trip, I would bet. This, too, is a rather big patch. I believe I had them. Oh, wait, it's a different one. Dawson City, home of the Klondike. The Gold Rush Day. What's this? Oh, probably the same thing. Cami from Kamloops, British Columbia. Anyway, I know I had a blanket at some point that I put things on. Oh, Cami. There's Cami again. I know I had a blanket that I put. Oh, it's tuck. Anyway, I've saved these for an awfully long time. Oh, here's things from a place. 3 of them from a place that is near and dear to my heart, Cedar Glen Conference Center. And if you note, there's a cross in the tree. Cedar Glen was a place a little bit north and well, pretty much north, a little bit west of Toronto, and it was a place run by the United Church of Canada. And it had cabins and this big lodge and other such things. But they had camp there. I remember we were at Camp Kehoe, which was a cool thing. Learned all kinds of things there. Many stories about Camp Kehoe. Mostly good. Sadly, some years later, the main building there, one of the electrical heaters went squirrely, and the building started on fire, and they put it out. But by the time they put it out, even though the building was still, there, okay, supported, kind of, the rest of the building had to be torn down. That was sad. Anyway, I do believe this now is no longer run by that. I think it's now run by camp, Bolton, maybe the city of Toronto or something. I haven't really checked into it. Cedar Glen was a thing. Maybe I should put together a dinner jacket and cover it with these, kind of like a NASCAR jacket of places I've been, things that I've done. Anyway, Cedar Glen was quite a place. Oh, look. I believe these patches I think are also from the Northwest Territories. There are two of them. And, oh, here's something, and I don't know where I got all these. Ontario Hydro, Central Division. These things should be good on hats. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, yes. See, here's ones. Oh, yeah, these are different. Here is a thing from Cedar Glen, from Camp Kehoe, and it was named after, I think there was a farmer close by named Kehoe. And here, we went on another thing where we rode horses called the Saddlebag Camp at Cedar Glen. It, too, was quite something, where we would basically spend a week, or maybe it was 10 days, and we would travel around and camp with horses. And yeah, that's another Saddlebag Camp and another Cedar Glen Conference Center. All right, what do we got here? Oh, another Ontario Hydro Central Division. I think maybe I'm running out of time at this instant. Let's see what this one is. Oh, Metro Toronto Zoo. I probably got that around the time that the zoo opened, which I think was something like 1977, and our school did gather and donate to help make that one last one here. If I can find something interesting here. Oh, here's something that's no longer around. Undercurrent. This was an arcade underneath the CN Tower. And they had these cool driving games and things. Anyway, this is a patch from there. Now, of course, they don't have that thing there. Anyway, I'm running out of time because I gotta go. But I still have many, many, many more things to look at. I do. Oh, here's something. Last thing. Ooh, this has gotta... I'll have to tidy this up. The Toronto Board of Education, not the Toronto District School Board, the Toronto Board of Education had this outdoor education thing where you would go. There were a couple of places. I always ended up going to the Island School, which was on Toronto Island. And we did things with compasses. And we got this to show that we had been there and we had done that. Well, that was a very long time ago. All right. More pins, button, badges, and things. When we meet again. So thanks for being here. As I continue to take a trip down memory lane. Why? Well, because I've been to the basement. Bye for now.